Alright, Bryce. Thanks for stopping by. I know you're trying to avoid spoilers and stuff, but take care. Okay. We are back after roughly... You'll get around to the first game someday. I know, we all have our backlogs and other things, keeping our attention away from other stuff we want to do. But yeah, so welcome back to Bareahard, everyone. So from the last session, we reunited with Emma and Laura, and then upon returning from Lohengrin Castle, I forget their names because it's been a week. Hold on. Oh yeah, General Le Guin and Brigadier General Bardius. They basically paid a visit to Legram, just trying to basically gather info on like where Viscount Ersate is and see how things are. And obviously, because they're such great warriors or fighters, they can sense or just like easily tell the fact that we're trying to eavesdrop on their Class 7 is trying to eavesdrop on the conversation on the side of the room. But yeah, basically, they're very intimidating individuals that we'll have to fight later. Probably get our asses kicked at one point and then fight them again. Whether now or maybe in the next game, I don't freaking know how this will play out. And what was it? So then we traveled down the highway, we found the Spirit Shrine, and we got another vision of Emperor Dreikel's. Actually, wait. Oh yeah, Emperor Dreikel's vision with the Eisenritter, talking to the Lance Maiden and all that stuff. So yeah, my initial theory, or like my initial like guess before, even though it's kind of obvious when you think about it and all that, I don't know. But yeah, we are getting more and more snippets of what Emperor Dreikel's went through, or at least like the key figures he's met through the War of the Lions, and how this relates to current stuff now in Cold Steel 2. I have no clue. We'll have to see. But yeah, we finally make a long way, or make the long trek to Bareahard, and since Class 7 is wanted across all of the Noble Alliance-controlled territories, we're like, oh, how do we get through the gates if, or how do we get through the gates if the guards are gonna look for the wanted list? So Emma, being a witch and all, and going through the whole spiel about her past, and well, not the entire spiel, but basically telling us she's a witch of the Hexen clan and all this stuff. I believe her job and the previous witch's job is to watch over the next Awakener, I believe, of Valimar, residing within the old schoolhouse and stuff. And yeah, in order to get inside, we're like, oh, so how do we get in without raising suspicion? Emma basically did a little hypnosis to basically say like, oh no, we're just regular travelers or some crap like that going through, don't mind us. It's like, oh right, have a nice day. But yeah, there's a drawback to that though. You can't use it too often because they'll kind of catch on to what's going on, and yeah, the more you use it, the less effective it'll be, you know, all that jazz. Because if you know about a spell or something like that, then you kind of get some natural mental resistance to it because you know what they're up to. But yeah, here we are now. We just gotta explore all of Bareahard again, and this boy is still dusting off the menu outside. Holy crap! So isn't this chalk or something? Aren't you gonna dust off the? No, is it chalk? I can't tell. Maybe with that texture, it's chalk. Aren't you gonna dust off the menu? Tonight's gonna be fire. Hey Detail, how you doing? Oh yeah, I can bet like whatever's gonna happen in Bareahard is gonna be huge because Jusis, like Duke Alberea and everything, it's like Ooh, we can't exactly extract Jusis out of here without some kind of trouble attached to this, huh? But yeah, so before we get through any of that stuff, you know how it goes. Gotta talk to everyone. It's amazing just how popular that new girl at Alouette's become. At Alouette's? The provincial army had their sights on her for some reason. Horrible, isn't it? The fact that a girl like her was being targeted just shows how awful war is. No worries though, we'll keep her safe. Taxes have made life rough, but that won't stop us from doing what we can for her. Here's hoping she's actually willing to ask if she ever needs anything, right? Huh. Actually, wait, what's everyone's? So 520, 480, 520, 480. Ooh. Oh yeah, wait, wait, we looked at this a little while ago. Yeah, I'm gonna go equip this on pretty much all of our spellcasters here. So one for Emma. One for... yeah, one for Machias. And one for Elisa. And even though our defenses will kind of suffer for this, we will get evasion for everyone here, or all of our melee characters. How much speed? 2 extra speed at the cost of like... Ooh, do I really want... Ooh, do I really want that speed? Or do I want to lose the speed for arch strength? It's only... Well, I say it's only 2, but... 25 items to be sent to this store. They're all super high quality too, so it's really, really expensive. It's kind of weird that no one pays us right away though. That shouldn't be happening. Customers keep talking about the good economy, but they never pay in full. Which they should. Just when you thought things couldn't get worse, they hit you with these damn taxes. Plus we gotta deal with the nobles prancing around like everything's all fine and dandy. Is that their job or something? To take our mirror from us and live the good life? You'd think that they had the decency to pay us what they owe if they got the time to celebrate all day long. Life ain't easy for us right now, let me tell you. So, Alouette's? So the new girl? Actually, no, we didn't talk to the boy. We've got a newcomer helping us out now. She's kind of clumsy, but she manages to get the job done well enough. I gotta show her the ropes some more when she gets back. I wonder who he's talking about. Wait. Clumsy girl, probably, obviously one of the Trista class members. No, no, Mint's already, we already saw Mint somewhere, so who else is like a clumsy... Who else was the clumsy, like, classmate type? Clumsy. Hold on, don't tell me, I'm trying to remember. No, oh my god, I can't remember. Welcome. Would you care for some of our espresso? It's all the rage. Too bad all these tax hikes suck out any of the profit our big sellers make. But I gotta keeping on. I've got a student working here at the moment too, so I gotta do it for her sake if nothing else. She's a sweet kid. Shame the war's stopping her from going back home. Perhaps we should keep that in the back of our minds for later. The girl I mentioned is working here in exchange for free housing. She's a bright kid and gets along well with everyone. Been a big help to the store. She's out delivering something for me at the moment, but she'll probably be back soon. Right? I'm just about to go deliver some daily necessities to Ulrich's fort. And I have to say, it's somewhat impressive just how lively things are there at the moment. That's probably to be expected when Croizen's provincial army continues to dominate in their battles. Speaking of Croizen's provincial army, I heard Lord Rufus took its best members to Heimdall with them. Apparently they become part of the Noble Alliance's main unit. Things seem to be going rather well for them. Not that it's any of our business, of course. Whew, it's busy work being a merchant these days. There's lots of it thanks to the economy, but then there's the taxes. Not to mention the provincial army's been on edge lately. Something about traders being on the loose. Oh, whatever it is, it's making my life a pain. Oh, I'm sorry, sir. Yep, probably nothing here, so not gonna bother. Oh yeah, wait, I need to check something here. Oops. Onion soup, comforting espresso. I'll save on Mira. I'm getting ready to ask for a brief extension on the deadline of a due payment, you see. Of course, not that there's much to pay, especially for a noble such as my son. Oh, right, wasn't this the Baron that had to suffer through her daughter's like non-stop begging and irresponsible spending? Because like she wanted to buy everything, but it's like daughter, it's like we don't really have the money for it, but Dad, I want these new fancy clothes. I'm like, okay, dear. Yeah, I think it was this guy. Regardless, okay, so I find it funny how I remember a guy like this, but I don't remember my own freaking classmates in Trista. Or in Thor's Academy. Regardless, right now I should focus on clearing up the debt that my daughter's dress caused. I do hope they're kind enough to wait for at least another month. Good luck, sir. I need to get these negotiations cleared up quickly so I can return to the hotel. I did tell my daughter to stay put, but part of me doubts she actually listened. Well, Master Samuel's habit of collecting things proves to be troublesome at times. I don't understand why he does not simply order me to purchase whatever he requires. Quite the interesting product we have here. It takes some skill to incorporate open technology into traditional design this well. Perhaps I'll purchase one for my room. Which color should I go for? Insane wartime taxes, violent soldiers, and being treated like a traitor for complaining about either of them. That's life in Bareahard right now for you. The economy might be great, but life here sure isn't. Not that heavy taxes or violent soldiers are anything new around here. Lord Jusis returned at a very unfortunate time. Oh well, better get started on on that maintenance work he asked me to do. Maintenance work? Anything new here? Nope. Slots, we can upgrade something. Oh yeah, we need to upgrade poor Laura's setup here. There we go. Let's go upgrade this one. There we go. Got our attack 2s. We're still on evade 1. Alright. There's Jewelers. Colette comes... Oh, wait. Huh. Wait, Colette was, Which part of the school was she associated with? I can't remember what she looks like. Colette comes by to help with the store every once in a while. She's always so fascinated with our products too. It's kind of refreshing, really. Makes me want to put in the extra effort. Oh, isn't Colette the one girl that has like a shopping addiction? Like she shops with the grandma and Trista and stuff. This street as a whole has been way more cheerful ever since Colette showed up. We could all use some of that cheer too, seeing as how the taxes are draining us dry otherwise. Maybe. Oh! Oh! I could just buy this shit now, but they cost so much fucking money. Oh, bro, if only there's an easier way to get money. God damn, they increased the cost of these by a lot, didn't they? Wasn't it before it was like 10, 20, no, 20, 30k? No, you get her. Is it the shop to get something in? I don't remember. I'm not sure. Okay, let's see. Freeze, Petrify, Fate. Yeah, I should probably get Dark Pendulum too. What else can I sell? I suppose I can sell all these old items now. We've gotten a large number of orders recently. Guess we have the economy to thank for that. Doing everything on my own is a bit of a struggle. So maybe it's time to get Brook to handle the polishing. This would be a good chance to show how far his training has come. Brook's been training diligently day in, day out. Trying to see how far he's come. Ah, hello. Okay, so she's here. We'll explore everywhere else before we talk to any of our classmates or anything that triggers the main quest. My father purchased two brand new mines recently. Mines? Oh no, those mines. May the Noble Alliance continue to dominate this war. Oh, how exciting it'll be to see them finally bring it to a close. My brother went to Heimdall with the other Noble Alliance troops. He was hoping he could make a name for himself. It's fantastic to hear how well they're doing. Granted, Duke Albrecht seems rather frustrated that Duke Kayan continues to outclass him. I had to question why he feels that way when Lord Rufus has been piling success upon success. Oh, whoops. Let's see. I heard that our domination over the Imperial Army is entirely due to Lord Rufus's guidance. He certainly is doing us proud. Oh wait, hold on, someone down here. Good spot for fishing? Oh. Oh, wait, what? Oh, Bootsy, where could you have gone? You youngsters wouldn't happen to know where my little Bootsy went, would you? I'm sorry, what? Oh, forgive me, I'm getting ahead of myself. Bootsy is my kitten. He went missing this morning, so as you can see, I've been awfully worried about him. And you've been searching for him ever since? As much as I wish to help her, I think we should avoid doing anything that'll make us stand out. What do you think, Rean? Huh. Let's help. Well, we could help you search for him if you like. Oh goodness, how kind of you. The only issue is that I have no clues whatsoever, I'm afraid. We were in the Nobu district at the time, but he disappeared while I was nodding off. I never saw which way he went. If he followed the path out of the district, he could have ended up in the central plaza, but... So we're not entirely sure where to start then. Finding him may prove to be rather difficult. Yeah, it's not like we understand how a cat's mind works either. Or do we? Don't you even dare. Relying on you seems like a good bet to me. Seriously now, you're comparing me to your run-of-the-mill cat? Humans. You're worried about him as well though, aren't you? With your help, I'm certain we'll be able to find him. Oh, fine. The one thing I can say for sure is that kittens are always moved by their curiosity. He's probably too young to be especially cautious too, so I wouldn't be surprised if he's left a trail for us to follow. Don't expect me to do all the work here, by the way. Think about what you'd do if you were a kitten. Right. Time to let out my inner cat and get started then. We'll start a search around here, ma'am. And we'll be sure to tell you right away if we find him. Thank you so much. Missing kitten. No fishing here? You know what, we'll cut by here. I've heard that oh wait, that's the same girl. Or woman. Father's forbidden me from leaving the hotel. Why must he prevent me from enjoying the lively atmosphere outside? And spending the entire family fortune on random purchases? Even worse that he was the one who dragged me here while paying his debts off. Even worse is that he was the one that dragged me here while paying his debts off. I deserve some freedom. Well, who do you think put him into debt in the first place? I simply won't stand for this. I need to figure out how to get someone from the boutique to come over here. Father's in charge of paying. I won't be able to buy anything without him. Oh boy. Oh, you're all Lord Jusis' classmates, no? I'm afraid you won't find him here, however. He's been awfully busy filling in for Lord Rufus, you see. He's rarely had the time to do much else. See, but do make yourselves at home here. We're more than glad to house his fellow classmates. Welcome to Hotel Esmeralda. While we remain open for business, we will be subject to inspections conducted by the Provincial Army from time to time. Do take this into consideration before choosing to stay. So we can't stay here. Say, who dis? Oh, how stupendous! I've gotten ludicrous returns on my investments thanks to this lovely economy. Ha ha ha. Dealing in fur has proven to be a solid choice this year too. Perhaps Bareahard isn't so bad after all. But I do believe the nobility here lack a certain taste for extravagance. Perhaps they could learn a thing or two from Lamar. Ha ha. Master Richmond deals in fur and precious metals. He seems to have made quite the profit this year too, which is pleasing to hear. Oh, God, let me talk to him again. Bareahard would be perfect if it weren't for its nobility's unrefined tastes. Well, that would stop me from making a fortune here while I can. Oh. Let's see, the maid and one other person. Oh no, not a maid. My father had come to Bareahard for work again, so I decided to tag along. Admittedly, Heimdall, being a rather unpleasant place to be at the moment, may have had a hand in that decision. It's hard dealing with the daily protests, to be honest, especially when they have you questioning if we nobles are truly in the right here. Many of Kreis's nobles have come to Bareahard to celebrate the Noble Alliance's victories. Every day is a party out on the streets, essentially. I wonder how things are going elsewhere. It's rare that we hear any news unrelated to Bareahard. Makes me curious how things are going outside the city. Wait. Bareahard seems to be much livelier than Heimdall. Will this war really make things better for Erebonia? No. Oh my god! Andre!
Leave this to me!
My turn!
Oh, Andre the performer we came across in Celtic. Andre, right? Oh, how depressing the people of the city are, that their happiness is obtained through transient means. What's worse, the meaningless fighting has corrupted their minds, and now they refuse to lend an ear to my music. Tell me, friends, is there anywhere where my love is needed perchance? He seems to be doing just fine. While the city may be lively, I feel no love from the citizens. Don't you all agree? Yeah. Aw, Daddy's such a liar. He promised he'd be home when he got time off, but he never came back. Maybe he forgot about it. When's Daddy gonna come home? I'm sick of waiting. Uh-oh. My husband happens to be a soldier in the provincial army. He's currently stationed at Twin Dragon's Bridge, too, so I imagine he must be taking an active part in the fighting. I can't help but worry for his safety every single day. I wish the Imperial Army would surrender already. It's not as if they stand a chance of winning anyway. Boy, do we have another thing to tell you, Sophie. In due time. Oh, good grief. Traveling to Heimdall to conduct business certainly has become a hassle these days. Though my biggest grievance right now is Caroline's constant bickering with his daughter. He's not the most eloquent man when it comes to expressing himself, you see. I hope they can work things out soon. Wait. Oh! Oh! Because, there's that one nobleman up here who was, like, dreading his daughter talking with a commoner. I believe it was the lacrosse club that she belonged to. Let's see, I'm on my way to offer up my prayers at the cathedral. How can the nobles be all so carefree in these circumstances? Are they not aware that the soul of Saint Veronica is currently lamenting over this war? Oh, you're not aware of the divine intervention we received. Saint Veronica's statue began crying not long ago. Black tears at that. It's a sign of tragic events to come, no doubt. And yet these nobles go about their business as if nothing's wrong. Black tears? Oh. Oh shit. Yeah, he's right. There are black stains on the face and stuff. Aw. I did not expect that. Oh, whatever shall we do? My prayers won't even reach Saint Veronica's spirit. This seems pretty serious. Excuse me, is something the matter? Oh, did you overhear me just now? Forgive me. Have you seen the statue of Saint Veronica in the plaza recently? Well, it's actually been shedding black tears ever since this war broke out. But black tears? That can't be right. It is. I've confirmed it for myself, unfortunately. It's just as the legend spoke of. Saint Veronica's prayers once saved the people from great tragedy. When a crisis befalls the world, she shall cry tears black as night. That's how it went, correct? I certainly never expected to have the opportunity to witness the legend for myself. Word of the statue's tears has especially spread among those of deep faith. We've been holding mass to calm those concerned by this war, but it ended up only making things worse. I can only imagine how frustrating that must be. Unfortunately, if she is truly lamenting over this war, not much can be done until it ends. Are we completely certain that those are her tears? It's entirely possible that this could be some sort of prank. I think it's a bit too hasty to presume that greater forces are at work here. Have you gotten a professional to carry a thorough check? Well, no. Well, with the war and all, no one's been able to come out. I see. Is there nothing we can do for her? We need to avoid attracting too much unwanted attention, remember? Although, I'm sure it'd be fine if we're just confirming whether or not this is the work of someone non-supernatural. Should we offer to help her then? You know, I love how we keep going Like, oh no, we can't bring too much attention to ourselves if we keep helping everyone out here. On the other hand, though... Sure, we'll help you. Well, if no one else is available, would you be okay with us carrying out a quick investigation? Are you sure? We're no professionals, so we can't make any promises, but we should be able to find out whether or not this is really some sort of prank, I think. Oh goodness, thank you so much. Clarifying that alone should help everyone to relax. You'll find Saint Veronica's statue just outside the cathedral. Thank you once again for offering to help. Not at all. We'll get started at once. Well then. The Sister Tatiana, once belonged to the upper echelons of society, but she abandoned that life in order to aid those in need. Commoners in particular have been relying on her during this war. Understandably so too, considering they have far more concerns than us nobles. Her compassion truly is a beautiful thing. Let's see, Sister Tatiana has abandoned all she once had. Abandoned all she once had in order to care for the less fortunate. She truly is a wonderful person. Perhaps too wonderful. I can't help but feel pathetic in comparison. Life's been nothing but trouble for us commoners lately. We've got soldiers frequently lurking around our homes for one. And now Saint Veronica's statue has begun to shed black tears. I can't believe the legends were actually true. This is a sign of even worse things to come, I'm sure of it. Oh, Adios, please protect us. The legends say that Saint Veronica's black tears are a sign of a crisis in the world. I never expected they were true, though. Oh, Adios, please keep us safe. Archbishop Amon is holding masses on a daily basis to help ease the people's fears. You should take the time to attend one too, should you have the chance. While other regions frequently require relief provided by the church, those of us in Bareahard have been far more fortunate. Of course, people here still do have their worries, so please keep things quiet for their sake. The teachings bestowed upon us by Adios are timeless. They serve to guide us even during the harshest of times. Come, let us pray. Mass, someone get me out of here quick. What's this? I sense a malicious intent towards this holy mass. Yeah. Perhaps I was simply imagining things. Ah. Oh my god, the Archbishop can pick up on Soleil. Well, sort of. Now still your minds, and let us offer up our prayers to Adios. I sense some malicious intent for this mass. Yeah. Well, nothing new here. See, I've been working on some pancakes to add to our menu recently. Giving them that soft, warm texture is kind of tricky, though. Here, how about you guys give it a shot? Pancakes, yo! The nobles have been in high spirits ever since the war broke out. They've been coming in here more than before. On the flip side, we barely get any commoners dining here anymore. Not entirely sure if I should be happy about this or not. Not that I'll be able to be truly happy either way until I have my beloved Abentime back. I can't believe it's over. Do we need to break the news to Kalman here? Oh, you poor fool. Please come back to us soon, Misty. Life's not the same without your lovely voice. Oh, what? See. All the radio shows I like are getting cancelled one after the other, and here I was looking forward to the day that future 3-star chef would triumph over Passion Boy once and for all. Oh. Alright then. Oh, you're Lord Jusis' classmates. Hello, Hammond. It's been a while. Would you happen to know where Jusis is, sir? As his uncle, we figured that you of all people would have some sort of clue. Well, I know that he's back in Bareahard and staying at the Bareahard mansion. That's as far as my knowledge extends, unfortunately. It might be worth having a look around the mansion to see if we find anything. Perhaps we should focus on gathering more information for the time being, then. Lord Jusis doesn't seem to have the time to visit here, unfortunately. I'm terribly sorry for not being of more help. Good day. Today's recommendation is a sauteed cow. Sauteed cow? Okay, hold on. Oh god, I need to adjust my chair again. God damn it. We can provide a number of vintage wines too, should you ask. We've increased our stock of vintage wines due to the increase in customers of nobility. But please, feel free to order what fits your preference. I have to say, the nobility's buying habits have been quite impressive as of late. You'd almost forget that we're currently subject to wartime taxes if you say how much they're willing to buy. So, would you like 40 of the 20-carat variety then? Understood, I'll have them ordered for you soon. Indeed, those of us from Heimdall are doing especially well. Granted, I can't help but feel guilt over profiting off war. You truly are an earnest one. Not at all. I'm not but a noble who doesn't know his place. Well, I suppose work is work, regardless of the circumstances. Apologies for rushing you, but I'd like my next order as soon as possible. How I pity the nobility of the Lamar province. They just don't seem to understand what true class is. Indulging in too much luxury is, in fact, a crass act within itself. What better example of that than Duke Heian himself? Hey, Rean, how you doing? How I pity the... Oh wait, okay, that's the exact same lines. Oh, quite. No one is quite more cultured than or refined than the Croizon nobility. Our lineage is unparalleled. Those of the Lamar province have been making quite the fools of themselves over Duke Heian being the Alliance's leader. You would think they could express their joy in a much more refined manner. Oh my god, that's... the snobbiness is suffocating. Guillemon, could we not just do-
Leave this to me!
Okay, hold on. Could you not just, like, name drop a streamer to vent about something? That's very rude and disrespectful. Regardless of how the person may or may not be. It's extremely rude to just go in here and vent about someone behind their backs and stuff like that. Don't do that again. I simply cannot believe that my own daughter's become this stubborn. This is all because of that commoner friend of hers, I'd say. I'll have to give her a stern scolding once she returns. I simply... Oh wait, same line? Same line. Good day. I hope you all enjoy your time here. Greta doesn't have anything different? Aw. Wait, weren't these the people who were... Hey, pipe down, Richard. Oh, right, these were probably the people from Cold Steel 1 who we had to handle the request for with Jusis and stuff. Bastards. Oh, I just can't wait to see how long the Imperial Army will entertain us for. Indeed. Ideally, they'll do their best at making our little bet all the more exciting. Woof. Settle down, Richard. Goodness, he's been on edge ever since that filthy kitten dared approach us. Huh, leave him be for now. Perhaps he simply wishes to experience the thrill of the hunt once again. You can't exactly blame him after seeing such an unsightly thing. Bootsy must have come by here at some point. So how did these two manage to be so annoying? Well, I can't entirely disagree. Gotta say, I feel bad for Bootsy. I'm sure he was terrified after being barked at. It's not uncommon for kittens to run off in situations like that, only to end up not being able to find their way home. Curiosity killed the cat and all that. I see. He's barking towards the south. I assume that's where the kitten went. Let's hurry up and find him. Right. Good grief, he's been on edge ever since that filthy kitten dared approach us. Leave him be for now. Oh wait, that's the same thing? Okay. That all covers it for everyone else here. Okay, let's go investigate the tiers. Oh wow. These really are black tears. I can understand why this would have some of the people feeling uneasy. May your spirit know peace, Saint Veronica. You might want to quit jumping to conclusions, you know. This is a lot less dramatic than what you're all thinking. Celine? In nicer words, there's no spiritual presence here whatsoever. That alone would be enough to assume that greater forces are at work here, but there's further evidence in the other black stains scattered around the statue. Oh, on the behind too. I didn't look at the behind. Oh, and on the bottom there? You do have a point. I think I know what's going on now. Chances are this statue is made from marble. And if memory serves, Instructor Makarov told us that marble gradually melts away when in contact with acidic water. Then might we assume that the fountain's water properties were altered recently? This fountain draws its water from the underground waterway, correct? Then we may find the source of the issue down there. The entrance is over by the street in front of the station. Let's go check it out. Oh, okay. Oh wait, it's barking south. Oh, okay.
It's my turn.
Hi. He's so cute. Wait, I'm still on the clock. I'll never hear the end of it if I get caught in La La Land. Sorry for asking out of nowhere, but did a kitten just come by here? Damn, how'd you know? You're right though. He came here looking all hungry, so I gave it some milk and leftovers. It was all over for me after that. I guess he calmed down after a nice treat. Chances are he'll be trying to get back to Eva now, which means he should be returning to the Nobu district. You think he'll be able to find his way back? We should probably check just to be sure. So wait. You wanted to ask me this before, don't remember my opinion on Tales of the Arise? I've never played it, so I don't have an opinion on it. Man, what a cute kitty. Too bad it went back up the street. I wonder where it's going. Guess I should get back to work. I assume he's trying to return to Eva. I hope he manages to do so safely. Yeah, the only Tales games I've played so far is Asteria and Berseria. I like to play the other Tales games, but again, huge backlog. It's so hard to like budget time for me to play through everything that I want to play. Especially given my pacing where I like to explore as many nook and crannies as possible, which makes it even more difficult to get through multiple JRPGs. Wait. Gotten lost on the way. Nobu District? Nah. So like how those open world tales can be linear? No, not I don't know where you're going with that, but It's just like, I just bought way too many JRPGs for my backlog. That's just a simple, that's just a simple thing of it. Huh. Saint Estrella students? That kitten was the most adorable thing I've ever laid my eyes on. I don't think anyone could ignore that innocent little expression it had. Oh, they're from Saint Estrella. They might know where the kitten went. Let's ask them. Indeed. Sorry to intrude, but we happened to overhear your conversation just now. Could you tell us more about where that kitten went? We're actually searching for him on behalf of his owner. Oh, is that so? He was here a moment ago until he got frightened away by a passing car. He ran off north after that. He was so cute too. Wait, isn't that... Oh. Oh dear. He may wander down onto the highway if we went that way. We should hurry, otherwise he might come under attack by monsters. Talk about a pain. Highway is dangerous for us too, but we can't just abandon him. Let's go. Well. Alright. We'll go through the dialogue here soon enough. Oh my god, the kid went all the way there.
Stay on guard, everyone. That's no ordinary foe.
Ooh, I'll take that U material. Thank you very much. Another chest over there. We'll go fight these monsters probably a little bit later. Just kind of want to run through and get my side quest done, and then we'll go back to exploring.
Please, take care around that one.
Stay calm.
Well,
we can get through this.
Okay, about that gameplay that I say that we weren't gonna have.
All right, let's do this. It's my turn. Huh.
No teleport system? No, with the Trails games from the Crossbow games, or well, technically Trails from the Trails in the Sky 3 and onwards, they do have aspects of a fast travel thing to make it easier when you're navigating like the hubs and going from certain places and stuff. It's nice.
Leave this to me. No escape!
Here I go! Analyzing the enemy's vitals.
Yeah, Trails in the Sky 3 and stuff, they incorporated like a way to teleport from certain levels to levels.
Right. Take this. Let's move. Ha! Now's our chance.
An opening!
I can't finish it off from there.
Too slow. Now's our chance.
Oh,
opening.
actually, that was just enough.
Our fighting was in perfect sync.
Great.
Oh, look! There's a treasure chest!
Petrify. Nice alternative. I mean, honestly, it's not like not having a fast travel thing is not like the worst thing, because we have turbo mode, and you can adjust how fast you want the turbo, like through the config settings. Like when you just when you're trying to open up the game, it says, oh, do you want to open up the configuration stuff before you turn on the game? And then right now, this is 2 times speed. You can set it to times 6 if you really want to go fast and bump into everything, which I tend to avoid because, well, you can't control that speed. Kitty! Kitty, get back here! Fairy Fencer S1 speed? God, I haven't played Fairy Fencer F in forever. I beat that game a long time ago, but I think I got one of the worst endings because, like, what I didn't know about Fairy Fencer, which I'm still pissed about, when it comes to trying to recruit other party members, party members you try to, or certain characters you try to recruit, they basically just die, or you can't recruit them because you're not high enough level. I'm just like, bro, I'm just playing through the story and you're telling I couldn't get these people because I wasn't high enough level when I was going through as is? I'm like, what the fuck? Because like, I looked up the requirements, I'm like, wait, you can get them in your party? And it says, oh, Fang needs to be X level. I'm like, what? There's no like rhyme or reason. I'm just like, I'm still mad about that. He must have been too scared to cross the bridge. Quite fortunate for us, really. The provincial army unit stationed past here would have made catching him impossible. Thank the goddess for small favors. Well then, let's take him back to Eva. Get a move on, small fry. Yeah. I can't wait to see the look on Eva's face. Oh, Bootsy, I'm so glad you're safe. Wait, what's that? Since I play Explain Something, Form, couldn't get... I don't remember much about Fairy Fencer Ref. It's been... Oh god, okay, hold on, let me check my achievement list. I'm pretty sure I can see it somewhere. I've last played Fairy Fencer F 6.5 years ago. I don't think I can remember anything from it. And by the way, this is original Fairy Fencer F. This is not Advent Dark Force, which is like the enhanced definitive version of it. So I got no idea. I got no idea. Wait. Oh, right. Wait, I forgot. Okay. I was wondering about the old woman because I was like, wait, she should be someone we know within the city. She's the grandma that sleeps at the bench in the Noble District. Oh, right. That was a doozy. He moves fast for having such tiny legs. I still have to question why he would run when you two seem to be... I still have to question why he would run when you two seem to be so close. Oh, I asked him about that actually. Said some scary looking vehicle took him by surprise. I'll bet any vehicle could scare the little guy. Or wait, if any vehicle could scare the little guy, it'd be one of the provincial armies. Is that so? I'd never even realized. That's not gonna fly, I'm afraid. You really need to pay more attention. You haven't even put a collar on with a bell on him either. Just like you'd even realize that. Oops. Celine. Hey Cena, how you doing? Welcome to the fact that we're still on chapter 1. And I'm not sure if I went over it in the last session or not, but yeah, a little while ago, a friend of mine was telling me about like the amount of chapters in Trails of Cold Steel 2, and he's like, guess how many chapters there are? I'm like, is it like the usual 6? No, that's too much. And I'm like, 4? No, that's still too much. I'm like, well, what, 2? Like, yeah. I'm like, you're telling me there's 2 chapters in this game? God damn! But yeah, including intermission and, epilogue stuff, and yeah. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. Yeah? Well, how to explain this? Celine? Don't give me that, I got caught up in the moment. Oh my, I must be going senile already. I could have sworn your cat was just talking then. Silly me. Oh my god. Oh, the senile excuse, okay. Well, let's be more careful from now on, Bootsy. Oh, that was way too close. Please, take this as a token of my thanks. Bootsy is my only family at this point. He's more important than any trinket. I hope you'll come visit us again someday. By then, maybe Bareahard will be back to his former self. When that happens, we'll be sure to take you up on that offer. Did I ever mention that I only found Bootsy last year? He was abandoned at birth. I stumbled across him shortly after. He's been with me ever since. once again, thank you so much for finding him. Please feel free to come visit him again sometime. There. I'm glad that we managed to finally find you. I'm impressed at just how well Celine guided us to him. Maybe she had a similar experience in the past. Excuse me? I knew you were thick, but how would you ever come to that conclusion? Sorry. We're best off staying away from that topic. It really does seem she's talking to them. Perhaps I'm just imagining things. Oh my god, old lady. Well, I mean, since we're here, I guess we should go talk around the Nobu district, well, while ignoring the story stuff. The Provincial Army's guardhouse is just over there. It would be foolish of us to approach it now. Master Gordy is quite famous for his numerous assets here in Khoisan. He's been rather pleased with himself for expanding even farther on them over the past months too. Oh wait, whoops. Master Gordy is the type of person one can judge by a single glance, I'm afraid. In fact, I don't recommend approaching him should you have no business with him. I hear that Count Richmond has come all the way here from Lamar. Indeed, he seems to be staying at the Esmeralda. Huh, come to make a profit off our fabulous economy, no doubt. He stands no chance of besting me, I say. I, after all, have the backing of the Duke. Can make more investments than he could ever dream of. Haha. Soon he shall be as salty as Lamar's ocean. Master Gordy is enjoying a cup of tea at the moment. If you have no appointment scheduled, I'm afraid I must ask you to leave. Clearly, Count Richmond is blissfully ignorant of my reputation here in Khoisan. Royce, invest another 3 million into the mine to the south. Make sure the mine prices skyrocket. Or market prices skyrocket. Or market? I don't know. Understood. Oh yeah, market price. Okay. Blech. Alright. We can't really go fishing around here, can we? Nah, it's probably on the other side we can go fishing. Alright, so we talked to everyone here. Oh yeah, we should probably go back to the... Oh, no. They said because of the changes to the water, we need to go to the underground waterway, but we'll have to do that a little bit later. Alright, let's go talk to more people here. I've been in a reading mood lately, so I purchased a book to sate that desire. Unfortunately, I've had so much work to take care of that I haven't even had the chance to start reading it. I'd hate for it to just sit there and collect dust, so I'll give it to you folks instead. The book will be much happier with you. Gambler Jack! The work of a maid is always the same, no matter who's winning or losing. It does feel like we've been hosting a surprising number of parties lately, though. Ah, busy. I'm grateful to have work, of course, but that doesn't change the fact that it's rather stressful. Ooh, okay, we'll read that later. That kid headed north after it was scared off by a passing car. Oh wait, no, I guess we already read all that. Nothing in Bareahard Station. Really now, why must there be so few trains these days? I was beginning to worry that we'd never make it to Bareahard. Surely the Noble Alliance should be able to do something about this. Oh wow! This is a surprise. I said that Bareahard's flourishing more than ever right now, but I never expected this. Well then, time to make an investment or two and watch the money roll in. Oh, how delightful! How delightful it'll be to see that detestable Chancellor's influence stamped out for good. Those radical reformers did naught but sully our beloved Empire's image. This is precisely why those of us with a noble lineage are the only ones fit to shape its future. But of course, the common rabble could never hope to stand against the mighty Noble Alliance. We have General Le Guin and Brigadier General Bardius leading the Soldats, and Lord Rufus in charge of tactics. Not to mention those ever so reliable helpers the Alliance has too. Ha ha ha. Won't be long before we bring this war to an end for good. Oh god. Welcome to Bareahard Airport. I'm afraid that flights have been limited due to the ongoing war. Please note that those of noble status will be given priority boarding too. Flights seem to still be in operation due to the main 5 cities being under the Noble Alliance's rule. They're still keeping a tight leash on the airports. Nobles having priorities isn't anything new though. But we're bound to attract some unwanted attention if we stay too long. We should leave. Aren't you Norton from the Imperial Chronicle? Ah, you're those students from Thor's. You sure you should be out in the open like this? Because I'm pretty sure Class 7 is up there in on the Alliance's wanted list. We'll be fine for the time being, at least. Well then. I'd figured I'd run into you all again at some point. Truth is, I'm working as a war correspondent for the Noble Alliance at the moment. As you can guess, they're making me write articles on their glorious victories and such. So they really do have a hold on the Imperial Chronicle. Well, not completely. We've got our pride as journalists after all. We report on what we have to and try to keep things non-committal when we can. And I intend to use this position to find out the truth of what's happening. When I'll be able to report it, I don't know, but one day I will. I hope you'll look forward to that day coming. Of course, Norton. We may walk different paths, but they lead to the same destination. Let's ensure that we succeed. I haven't been here for long, so I'm afraid I don't have any leads on Jusis. I gotta say though, that brother of his is scarily gifted. I interviewed him in Heimdall before coming here and just, wow. Genius doesn't even begin to describe him. He's even earned Duquesne's unwavering trust, so it's no surprise that he's now the face of the Alliance. I wish I could hear more about that, but we should focus on searching for Jusis right now. Huh. Who's the story person here? Oh! Oh yeah, her name's Teresa, yeah, lacrosse club. Welcome, welcome. Our wares have been selling extremely well lately thanks to the provincial army and the economy. It's just a shame that the tax increases cancels out all the extra money we would have earned. I really hope this war ends soon, if not, we may end up in the red. I'll be honest, I don't care which side wins, so as long as this war ends soon. Of course, I can't be vocal about that when our whole store is celebrating Noble Alliance victories. Oh, the kitty watch! We need that. I guess it's time to start selling these. Or... actually, can I sell? Because like, how many... wait, hold on. How many watches do I have? 2. Right, I need to get 1 more. Actually, hold on. Artisan Street. Actually, can I go? Oh yeah, I can go directly to the factory. Let's see, Galleria. There we go. Good day. Can I recommend you, or can I recommend for you some of our fine wine? The nobility are burning holes in their wallets. They're spending so fast we're almost out of stock. Huh. We'll have to order some more in before we run out. That still seems awfully glum, but if you ask me... Oh. Whoops. Hold on, I dropped something. Okay, there we go. The current state of the economy is a great thing. We might be at war, but we aren't the ones fighting. That's the soldiers. We have nothing to worry about. Haha. Lady Viola and Lady, Aslan truly do spend a lot of time together. Perhaps I shouldn't be so surprised that they would run into one another here, seeing as how much they both love fashion. I fear they may end up talking for even longer than usual today, though. I'm going to have quite the challenge ahead of me trying to get them to return home before nightfall. Oh, goodness, Valenti has new clothing in stock. How in the world did they manage to attain such lovely design while making it feel so silky smooth? I simply can't get enough of it. Perhaps I should get something custom made with this material. It'd go well with some black mink fur. I should ask Viola for her thoughts too. Oh, my assets went and doubled over the past month. Clearly this is a sign that I should go on a shopping spree. Bring me my purse, Forster. We're buying more than you can carry, my good servant. Your sense of humor is on point as usual, my lady. You were joking, weren't you? You're joking, right? You're joking, right? God. Chrissy's currently holding a commemorative fair to celebrate the Noble Alliance's multiple victories. Perhaps I can interest you in these luxurious shoes, modeled after Lord Rufus's own personal favorites. They're selling rather well, albeit only with the nobility. Lord Rufus's popularity really is something else. I wonder if we could turn him into a brand name. There's no doubt that the Noble Alliance's continuous victories are due to Lord Rufus's cunning strategies. It's only natural that his popularity has exploded recently. Let's see. Oh, okay, these are nothing. Home moment is questionable. I can't handle all these soldiers in town. What should I do if one of them wants to talk to me? Oh goodness, I'm so sorry. I should be focusing on work. You're right, I need to focus on work. Is there anything you need? Okay, this is all like the basic stuff. Okay, I don't need to worry about spending money here. Welcome! We currently have the latest in armaments from Brewer in stock. The Noble Alliance certainly has been putting our weapons to good use. So perhaps you'd all like to update your equipment as well. Do forgive us for the prices though. We have to make up for the taxes somehow. All regions under direct rule of the four great houses have been doing extremely well ever since the war broke out. We rarely hear of what goes on in the regions the war is actually affecting though. I pray things aren't too terrible. Tricorn? Huh. I wonder if I should actually buy that. I found out recently that the Master's household has a long history of being involved in military affairs, which is why he's seen fit to join the front lines in the war. Truthfully, getting chores done has become much easier with him out of the house. I can't wait to finally clear all the junk from our storage and have the floorboards in the study changed over. Welcome, we're currently holding a commemorative fair to celebrate the Noble Alliance's multiple victories. This store in particular has been around since the Middle Ages, so we have all sorts of books related to nobles. Feel free to peruse them if you feel so inclined. Art handbook. Aw. You know, maybe I should sell these. I don't remember if that was part of a set or not. It should say if it's part of a set, but I don't know. Okay, so there's Trista here, but we'll have to talk with her later. So we got more dialogues to sift through. Let's see, talk down there, water waits for later. Who are you people? State your business. Need I remind you that this path leads to Orc's Fort? It's no place for you commoners. Beat it now, or have you all thrown in prison. Only those affiliated with the provincial army may pass through here. Turn back or else. Oh, okay. So what you're saying is fishing. No? Does not look like a good spot? Really? No. Was there a fishing spot here in like the last game? Okay, so that means we've talked to everyone here pretty much. Okay. So let's go out here first. Also, I think I forgot to... oh yeah, I forgot to talk to the kids here. I'm going to read Marking the Witch of the Deep Forest for you today. Hey, it's this book! We read that. Yeah. Annette's so good at reading picture books. Lord Jusis finally returned to Bareahard, but he's been so busy that we've only been able to see him once. He told us not to worry, but he didn't seem like his usual self at the time. Hopefully I'm just overthinking things. While our constant victories may please the people, it's somewhat depressing for those of us stationed here. If we're stuck on the sidelines, we lose the opportunity to prove ourselves in battle. Proving one's worth is the noblest way, after all. We would appreciate the opportunity to do so. Haha, all hope isn't lost yet. Reports say that some fools in the opposition of the Noble Alliance are hiding in this area. We'll be able to make a name for ourselves if we catch them. We can't let this opportunity slip past us. Alright, have a nice day, sir. Good luck with that. Good luck with fighting those traitors.
My turn.
Get dunked on.
We have the advantage here.
My turn.
Actually, do land traps. Okay.
Second form. Gale! Now's our chance.
An opening.
It's my turn. Eat that!
Here I go.
My turn.
It's my turn. Take this! All right, let's keep moving.
What a fearsome opponent. Dude.
Watch out, this is a tough one.
My turn. Shatter! Now's our chance. Our time is now.
Leave it to me. Eat that! Let's move. Now!
An opening.
Quick work.
Our fighting was in perfect sync.
Towers reached level
Keep up,
3.
at least.
Attacks and crafts cause death blow. Interesting.
Isn't this a surprise? I'm so glad.
Okay, but we're not gonna level that anymore because I don't like Taros. I just wanted to see what the level 3 was. Anything else worth leveling right now? Juggler. Oh no, that was that was Sharon's initial thing, right? Yeah. Mobius. I mean, I do use a lot of healing items, but Angel. Have a free revive, and this will give us like a whole bunch of good, or should give us a whole bunch of good space spells or arts. Wings, status down resist. Cannon, force, criminal, brave, mirage. Let's see, force. So it's kind of between. Start with insight. Or I don't know what status. Either wing or juggler. The debuffs have me interested though. Nah, we'll keep leveling juggler then. Was there any water around here? Nah, that's like way too far for a fishing spot.
Now's our chance.
God,
Let's get him.
I just love using
My
this.
turn. Second form. Damn! Now's our chance.
An opening!
It's my turn. Ah!
Of course! Analyzing the enemy's vitals. Analysis complete!
Onward! Hey!
It's my turn. Ah! They're off balance.
I'll back you up!
As if the top two in our class could ever lose.
Bookworms unite!
Bookworms unite. Okay, okay.
Yeah!
And there we go. I wonder if it's like a random chance whether or not they get stunned or just simply knocked back like
Here we
that.
go. Second form. Damn! Now!
An opening!
Right. Take this!
Here I go! How about this?
Onward! Ha!
Leave this to me. Ah! Now's our chance.
I'll back you up!
As if the top two in our class could ever lose.
Oh yeah, wait. Can we go any further than this? Our fishing spot. Okay, we can't cross that line. Oh, what? There's no fishing spot here? Oh, what? No way. Damn. Is there really no fishing spot around here within like the main hub areas of Bareahard? And not on the highway here? At least this particular one. The water here. Let's get some extra levels since we're here.
This one looks nasty. This one looks dangerous. Be careful.
Let's move. All right, let's do this.
Leave it to me. Here I go.
Leave this to me. Take.
Onward!
Nah, we don't need to spend here.
Now.
Burn. You're gonna dodge, right? No, you got knocked back and
It's my turn.
blinded.
Ah!
Well, not that that matters.
All right,
New
let's
material?
keep moving.
I feel stronger than ever.
I've only just begun.
Damn. Where is it? Where's the stun? Give it to me. Stun. Stun. There we go.
Now's our chance. Let's get him. My turn. Second form. Now! Let's go, everyone!
Massive overkill.
Take this! This is our real power.
What, bullying weak monsters? Holy crap, Rean.
The advantage is ours.
Here I go. Second form. Damn! Now's our chance.
An opening!
Right. Eat that!
Of course. Now.
You're mine!
Alright. I guess that's enough investigating around here. Okay, so let's keep doing the side quest stuff. The underground waterway. Let's go. This brings back memories of when we snuck through here to rescue Machias. I also remember you unlocking the door for us, Emma. Then I did. Allow me to do so again. Aperio, open. How in the world did you do that? That was easy enough. Technically, she shouldn't be showing it off in front of others, but what can you do? Regardless, we should go in. Yeah, just remember that it can get pretty dangerous in here. Make sure not to piss off Emma somehow. None of your privacy is not safe with Emma. If you're trying to hide things behind a lock. I see a few monsters here and there, but things seem relatively fine to me. Yeah, it's pretty as ever, really. Huh, wait, what's that smell? I smell it too. It's faint, but pungent. Perhaps there is something down here. We should remain on guard then. Time to find out what's waiting for us. Alright, side quest dungeon, let's go.
Stay on guard and don't get cocky. My turn. Now's our chance.
An opening!
Leave this to me.
Of course! Analyzing the enemy's vitals. I've got it!
Onward! Die!
Too slow. Now.
An opening!
Well, this is gonna be a waste of dark matter on only one unit.
All right, let's keep moving.
Challengers.
My turn. Sit. Now.
An opening.
Right. Eat that. They're off balance.
I'll back you up! We'll have to fight our way through.
My turn. Second form. Gale! Now! Let's go, everyone!
Understood!
All right. Eat that!
Here I go. How about this? Let's keep going.
Oh, isn't this a pleasant surprise? There's a treasure chest here.
And a green pendulum, yo! Nice. Now we just need enough U materials to actually convert the pendulums to their proper upgrades. Now that's gonna be the depressing part. Now we don't need that. How are Link's doing? Let's see, Rean. Let's see, Emma, Laura, Machias. Yeah, we'll keep this front line for now.
Now's our chance. Here I go. Second form. Gale! Now!
An opening!
Of course. Arcus activate.
Right.
Actually, what are they weak to? They're weak to wind, actually. Well, no one can do much else. Dark matter it is.
Leave this to me.
Oh, I can actually... Nah, I don't want to spend a CP.
Die!
Let's keep going.
Hey, Sept, I desperately need that after spending a whole lot earlier. Win Sept, always welcome.
Now's our chance. Here I go. Second form. Now's our chance.
An opening!
You're done. Right. Take this.
Here I go. Arcus activate.
Leave this to me. They're off guard!
Got you.
Fall!
We should be safe now.
I did it. Yes.
Alright, so big bad here. Alright. Make a save over here. Aw. Oh, Jesus. Oh. What the? What's something like this doing under the city? It's surrounded by acidic gases too. No, there's no doubt that this monster is the cause. Something's odd though. I don't know why, but the higher elements are in effect around it. Be extra careful, everyone. We'll have to exterminate it, now that we found it. Get ready, everyone. We're going in. Right.
A worthy adversary.
Right. Can you handle this?
Not to worry.
Actually, I'm gonna go cast something real quick.
Arcus activate.
Leave this to me. No
Oh my
escape.
god.
They're off guard. Go for Rean.
Leave it to me. Let's move.
Nah, she moved a bit too far away. Whoops.
All right, let's do this.
Leave it to me. Of course.
Oh, that's a lot of health.
Analyzing the enemy's vitals. Analysis complete.
About that.
Witness the severing chains. I'm afraid your fate is now sealed. Fall into death's embrace.
My turn.
Well, and not to impede that, I can't really just ignore this.
There. Ha! Now.
An opening.
Oh my
Leave
god.
this to me.
Actually, can we mute? 25% chance. Or 25% efficacy. So that means 25. So then 22.5. I like these odds.
Blade of light. Go. Now's our chance.
Got you.
It didn't go through, did
Of
it?
course. Sorry for the trouble.
No problem.
Podcast.
Break.
Predictable. They're off guard.
Got you.
With pleasure. Now.
You're mine.
Oh, what the heck?
Predictable. My turn.
I wanna reposition though.
turn.
Hold on.
Right. Time barrier. Break.
With
There we go.
pleasure. How would you all like some tea? It will only take a moment to
You have my
Appreciate
thanks. My turn.
Okay. We need to go overdrive right now. Oh, actually, wait, it's nightmared right now. Actually, hold on.
Let's move. All right, let's do this.
Leave this to me. Huh.
Oh, you got to turn back faster than I thought.
Predictable. Now's our chance. Our time is now.
Oh, this is a good
Right,
timing.
give it to me.
Huh.
Take that.
My turn. Shatter.
Nice.
Now's
Defense
our
down
chance.
too.
Got you.
May I? Here I go!
Overdrive.
Yeah, let me do Shadow Stitch.
This won't take long. Shadow Stitch! Now!
Got you. Let's move.
Well, okay, you know what? Sure. Let's go overkill.
Gather on my blade. Strike.
There we go.
Are you hurt, Master Rean?
No, I'm fine, thanks.
I'm so glad.
Oh. Wait! Holy shit! 50% defense and Hearts defense down on scan! Oh my god, they did it! The Mad Lads did it! Oh my god.
I've only just begun.
Yes.
Isn't this a surprise? Huh? Thank goodness.
Bro, oh shit. Easy defense down, let's go! Well, sort of. Efficacy is a annoying thing, that's for sure. Whew. Looks like we pulled through relatively unscathed. They just need to not be immune status down. Look, as long as the efficacy for stat down isn't 0, we're good. Okay, solved, I guess. The Sedger shouldn't shed any tears now that the water's back to normal. Indeed. I find myself perplexed by that monster's strength, however. It far outclassed your standard one. Not to mention the fact that the higher elements were in effect. Maybe the loss of balance here in Erebonia caused it to transform somehow. Huh. That's the same reason those cryptids started appearing too, isn't it? Wait a minute. We must be thinking the same thing. If that's the case, then the legends behind Saint Veronica's tears can't be entirely false, correct? That's quite the coincidence. I'm glad we managed to figure out what was going on, though. Quite. The case may be solved, but the mystery still remains. Perhaps it's for the best we leave it that way. Okay, guys, let's report back. Oh, wait. Oh, what about fishing? So this is all caused by a monster? Yeah, its presence was having such, Its presence was having adverse effects on the fountain's water, which in turn was causing the statue to melt. We made sure to eradicate it, however, so there's no need for concern now. Thank you so much. I'm so glad I asked you for assistance. This should help to ease everyone's worries too. With the statue back to normal, I can finally devote myself to my work again. However, I find it hard to believe that this is all a mere coincidence. So I'll have to do everything I can to ensure that Saint Veronica has no more reason for tears. That's reassuring. It may not be much, but please, take this. It's the least I can do for you all. Ooh, Holy Sphere. May Adios be with you all. I can't thank you enough for your help. Now we can finally focus on our work. However, I find it hard to believe that this is all mere coincidence. Oh, and that's like the exact same lines. Okay. Alright. Good. Alright, so that should be it for, let's see. So, we got the Noble District, or we gotta check out Jusis's mansion, or the Bareahard mansion, I mean. We gotta talk to a classmate over in the jewelry store. And we got Trista over in the Galleria, and that should be it. Oh yeah, I forgot. Now that we got all that out of the way, let's go read some Gambler Jack. Chapter 7, The Shadow. Well then, Nike continued, I take it you'll be answering my question. Hal nodded. That was the deal. Good girl. Now I realize it might be insensitive to ask about this, but King didn't happen to leave anything in your care 7 years ago, did he? Hal cast her mind back to her last memory of her father and felt a slight twinge of sadness, thinking about what had happened to him after it. The pain of his loss had subsided since she met Jack, and would likely continue to do so. But it would be a lie to say that it had completely gone. She racked her brain seeking an answer to Nike's question, and quickly realized that the other woman was probably asking about the jeweled Eastern-style necklace that she wore around her neck. This, Hal said, showing her pendant. He gave it to me when he came to visit for the last time. Nike was silent for a moment. Thank you. That's all I wanted to know. She rose from the stool. Well then, I suppose I should be going. I don't want to keep, Leonard waiting. Her farewell said, she handed a tip to the bar's owner and exited with a beguiling sweep through the door. The punks watched her departure in silence, none daring to break her spell even after she was gone. After Nike had left, Hal resumed the usual work. Time ticked as she wiped down the tables and busied herself. She sighed. Jack sure is late. It had almost been an hour since he had left to run his errands. She wasn't concerned about him though. She bet her boots that he was just off somewhere slacking or messing about. She stepped outside through the back entrance to take out the garbage. Just as she did, a great shadow filled the back alley, blanketing her in darkness. Hey, hey, guess who's back? Came the loud call of none other than Jack. His voice was almost drowned out by the shriek of the door as he flung it open. One look at him proved Hal's suspicions on his tardiness correct. He had far more shopping bags than he should have. Huh. Oh wait. Where did Hal go? He asked, noticing her absence. Wait. Oh, Hal got kidnapped. The owner glanced around. Now that you mention it, I haven't seen her since she went out to take out the garbage, earlier. Or take the garbage out earlier. Jack was suddenly overcome by a great sense of foreboding. He hurried out the back entrance, but only a collection of scattered garbage bags awaited him. Bags. And a conspicuously placed card. On its front was a simple message. We have Hal. If you want her back, come to the designated place. Leonard. Damn it! Jack's angry cry echoed in the empty alley. His face a thundercloud. He crushed a card in his fist. Ooh. Alright, on Gambler Jack, chapter 5 and 6, let's go. I mean, they're pretty short, 4 and 5 pages. So chapter 5 of Gambler Jack 1, The Invitation. Alice's finger sought out the trigger of her gun. There wasn't a man in this bar who could find the courage to stop her. The punks in hoods just cowered, whispering from their seats. Shut up, all of ya! Jack shouted over the buzz. The chatter in the bar stilled. Grinding his back teeth, Jack looked straight into the girl's eyes. That's right. My goal is revenge, she seethed. But it won't mean anything like this. Hal lowered her gun. As Jack watched the barrel of the gun slide away from his chest, confusion creased his face. Hal continued talking. Over these last 3 years, I spent blood, sweat, and tears to learn to be as good as I am. With that, the girl threw a card in Jack's face. It was some kind of invitation. I have a stage that's better suited to settling this all ready for us, she said, never giving a moment to protest. We'll finish our match there. It'll be one of the poker matches you love oh so dearly. And I swear, I'll make sure you eat your full share of misery and bitterness after the slop you forced my father to swallow. With her threat lingering in the air, Hal disappeared, unable to grasp the meaning in the girl's words. Jack just sat there for a while. Finally, he picked up the card that had fallen to the floor and read the text printed on it. Tomorrow night at 10, come to the harbor. Harbor, huh? It couldn't be. A sense of foreboding ran through the back of Jack's mind. As he was about to crush the card in his hand, a small signature on the back caught his eye. Enrique. The penmanship was familiar, as was the name. Oh man. Jack's sense of foreboding would prove right. You know, I love how we just read about how Jack crushed a card in Gambler Jack 2 with this chapter, and in here he looked at the card and just as he was about to crush it, he took one look at the name. I mean, I thought that doesn't really mean anything, but I just kind of find it funny he didn't crush his card. Or maybe not yet. Chapter 6, King. On the night after the day Hal visited... Oh wait. Wait, let me reread that. On the night after the day Hal visited, Jack headed to the harbor as the card instructed. In a rare show of sobriety, he hadn't had a drop of booze. He realized at some point that he was going to be being followed. Just as well he knew it was someone acting on behalf of Enrique. Don't worry, he yelled as he stopped and turned. I ain't gonna run or hide from this. No one answered. What a boring fellow you are. Turning back around, Jack continued on. That night was a dark one. Neither moonlight nor a single star piercing the cloud-shrouded sky. Jack only had the road lamps to guide him as he meandered through the empty streets. Just as he did, memories of the grand match between him and King flooded back. King's legendary skills had earned him his nickname to match. He had been both Jack's teacher and his greatest rival. 7 years ago, Jack and King played the game of their lives. It was Jack who found himself the winner. Their game was used by the privileged in the underworld of the Republic to decide the outcome of the struggle for power. King, forced to take responsibility for losing, was killed. Though indirect, it cannot be denied that Jack's win had been King's ultimate loss. Around an hour before leaving the bar, he reached the harbor. The smell of refuse and brine wafted in on a warm breeze. An enormous boat was floating on the dark night sea just ahead, waves lapping quietly at its sides. Its hull was painted a solid black, making it almost impossible to see. It was the same boat Jack and King had been on that final fateful game. As Jack approached the gateway, he was met by a small silhouette from the shadows. Hal. Welcome, Victory Jack, she said. I really didn't think you would come all the way out here on your own 2 feet. Huh, I'll have to admit, you've got courage. Normally Jack might have had a joke or a comeback, but tonight alone he was a different man. Glancing at Hal, he boarded the ship without a word. The light from the portal shone blue, glinting off his eyes as he passed. The sound of the steam whistle was swallowed by the lonely darkness, and slowly, the ship slipped free from the harbor and out to sea. Alright, let's see. let's go talk. Let's go talk to whoever the person at Artisan Street. Guess I should head back now. Whoop. Is that you, Colette? Rean? Oh, Emma, Laura. I didn't know you. I didn't even know you were in Bareahard. My ASMR voice? I don't think my voice is ASMR at all, but but I mean, JRPG streams are always pretty comfy to kind of chill with and potentially sleep to as well, considering the amount of reading and downtime. Cause it's always kind of hard to make sure it's not or what was it? With JRPG streams, you can't help but have downtime, no matter how good a commentator you are. Although, if you can't always fill in the downtime and try to like avoid silent bits, then props to whoever can do that. That is a mark of a truly great streamer, to always keep the to minimize dead time like that. But yeah, listening for VA, these lines honestly relaxing. Thank you. Yeah, like I always do like reading the NPC dialogue for the Trails games. Like again, if it was for like any other or a lot of other JRPGs where you don't really care much for the NPCs, then I would just kind of just skim over them or just like not really read them aloud. But in Trails, like, I've said it for years at this point, they're all worth, well, they're like 99% worth reading. We arrived not long ago, actually. I'm pleased to see you're doing well. Mind if I ask why you're dressed like that? I heard you escaped, but... Yep, wasn't planning on it actually, but I got caught up in the moment. I decided to take up a part-time job once I got here. I never go wrong with some spare change, am I right? A pretty impressive mindset you've got. Aren't all the students from Thor's on the Noble Alliance's wanted list? Wait, was it all the students that were on the wanted list? Not just class 7? Huh, I thought it was just class 7. It's not a big deal here, you're fine as long as you don't stir up trouble. All the people in this street are super sweet too, so that helps. I'm kinda surprised at how quickly I got used to this place. Well, as long as you're alright. Might as well ask now that we've found you too. Rean asked Colette if she knew anything about Jusis. There have been some rumors spreading about him lately, I guess. What kind of rumors? Not very pleasant ones. Apparently he came back home not that long ago. And he's been helping the Duke ever since, or so they say. I see. What's he helping out with exactly? Well... stuff like how he's been helping command the provincial army in town. Really? That can't be. It's highly surprising when we take his position into account, I'm afraid. Both his father and brother were focused more on the war than keeping the region itself safe. Perhaps he has taken it upon himself to handle that in their stead. Doing what he can for his region is not out of character for him. We're probably best off asking him about everything face to face. Only we can figure out how to get in touch with him. Looks like you got your work cut out for you, huh? But don't give up. I should be heading back to the inn, so I'll catch you guys later. Stop by if you need anything, okay? Thanks, Colette. I guess we should start asking elsewhere. Yeah, let's go. Notebook updated. Oh, wait, oh yeah, Casper was in Legrand, right? An ordinary and sociable girl with a passion for Yeah, Colette was, yeah. Passion for shopping. Proved quite capable of supporting herself as well. I mean, a shopping addiction ain't gonna fund itself. There she is. Well, welcome. Oh, hey everyone. I still got my fingers crossed that you meet up with Jusis somehow. If there's anything you think I can help with, just let me know. More sash, can't go, it goes in place. Actually, wait, is this new dialogue? I can't remember. Oh well. Now let's go off to Station Street, and let's go to the Galleria and talk with Trista. Yeah, she split from her dad because of the whole, like, my daughter can't be friends with a commoner? Excuse me. Why does father have to be so hard-headed? The least he could do is actually consider things from my perspective. Please be safe, Emily. Also, might I add, this was a good thing that I brought over Elisa for Trista. They're in the same club, in the lacrosse club. Trista, you're here. You're here. Elisa. Oh, Adios, it is you. What are you doing here? You've even got some of your classmates with you. It's been a while, Trista. Good to see you're doing okay. Likewise. I was so worried about you all, but it looks like I needn't have been. I couldn't be I couldn't be any happier for you, Elisa. I couldn't be happier knowing that you're safe. Seeing you here does remind me that, you mentioned being from Bareahard, though. So you ended up getting separated from the others you escaped with? That's right, things were pretty hectic at the time, so I have no idea what happened to Emily and Ferris, unfortunately. I see. The Bareahard household's rather well known, so Ferris will probably be okay, but still. Oh, right! Ferris and, Vincent. Oh god. That kind of makes me wonder about how Margarita's doing. Was it Margarita or Margaret? No, I think Margarita, yeah, because, food names. But, oh god. I kind of wonder what she's up to. Oh no. I'm sure it must have been a relief to come home at least. I can only imagine how worried your family must have been too. Well, you could say that. This war is as good as won in the eyes of most nobles. My family is no exception. In fact, they're enjoying life more than ever right about now. Perhaps that much is to be expected from those in Bareahard. It is widely known that the Alliance is currently dominating, but we're about to change that. No, we're not taking sides just yet. We gotta reunite the class and then decide, and then to turn the tides of war around. Although, we'll have to see how Chapter 1 ends. Because, again, this Chapter 1 is freaking long. Father keeps trying to appease me by taking me to fancy restaurants and the like, but the fact that he doesn't understand how I feel makes it painful to even talk to him. That's why I ended up excusing myself. Childish of me, isn't it? Not at all. I understand exactly how you feel. I was the same back then, or back when I had no idea what was going on with everyone else. Speaking of which, you wouldn't happen to have any information on Jusis, would you? No, I'm afraid not. I know he's back in Bareahard, but you probably know that much already. Sorry for not being able to help. Not at all. There's no need to feel guilty. I think I'll head back to the restaurant after all. I might be able to get some information for you through my father's connections. Sorry for making you go out of your way. We do appreciate it though. Just try not to expect much. We'll probably end up arguing again. I have to admit that I'm a bit jealous of you all.
Not everyone has the freedom to do what they want right now. Me included. That's why I'd like for you all to do everything you can for now in our stead. Also, if you happen to come across Emily or anyone else with Thors, please, help them. Of course, that was our intent from the beginning. In turn, we'd like for you not to be so hard on yourself. Thanks. I hope I'll see you all again soon, I hope. Guess you can't shove all the nobles under the same label, can you? I'm a bit disappointed you're only realizing that now.
Yeah, considering how the rest of Class 7 is. We got our mix of our own sets of nobles here.
Anyway, we should continue searching for clues elsewhere.
Right. Alright, here we go. Year 2, Class 1 and 2. Trista, daughter of Baron from Bareahard, best friends with Emily, someone her father does not approve of. Wait a second. Oh no, never mind. More people have started returning from Heimdall since the war broke out. Understandable too, considering things are far safer here. I wonder if the rumor of the Noble Alliance's non-aggression pact with Crossbone Calvert is true. Wait. Huh. I hope it is, considering we don't have Guerrilla Fortress to protect us anymore. Alright, and with all that, that leaves us with the Noble District. I know I can teleport there, but I'll run it. Also need an excuse to eat more of my snacks. Oh. Huh?
Is there something wrong, Sharon? Oh no, not at all.
Sharon? What? Huh. What came up? Also, let me double check something. What did Sharon notice? I mean, obviously, it's just something to think about while we're on the way, but there really is no... Oh yeah, wait. Let me check the end of the waterway real quick. I need to see whether or not there was a fishing spot. I mean, I doubt it. I already kind of checked, but just in case. Nah. Let's see, no real reason to go beyond here? Aw. Okay, okay. Just wanted to get that out of my way. Okay, now we'll actually just teleport because of that little diversion. Okay. No fishing here, though? Oh yeah, we didn't check Residence 2 here. How's his family doing? Full speed ahead. Vroom vroom. Oh. Quiet down, cattle. I'm amazed at how these two never change. It doesn't even matter what's happening. Our parents decided to leave us here and return to the ruling region for the time being. What? Wait, what kind of parents would just leave leave their kids like in a house this big all alone? Well, they probably have like their butlers or something, right? Let me see.
They said they wanted to protect it from getting swept up in the war.
Oh, right.
I'm proud of them, but it's difficult not to worry. I hope they're safe. Oh, pardon me. A lady shouldn't be acting so glum. Lord Jusis is doing his best, so I should follow his example.
Oh. Oh, what is she running around for all frantically?
Mommy and Daddy have been away forever now. Forever? That's like a really long time. We got a home tutor now, though. She can even play the piano.
Oh!
And when she does, I just have to dance. I'm dancing, non-stop dancing, woohoo!
Wait, who in the music club played the piano? Oh, wait. It was a class 1 or 2 student. Okay, wait. What was her name? What? Okay, hold on. I got this. So this girl had someone that was interested in her. So that has to be.
Well,
Give me a moment, Laura. I'm trying to think here. Oh, wait, who was it again? Oh, crap. What did her name start with? Knows how to play the piano. Because she was part of the... I believe... No. Wait. No, yeah, I mean, like I said, music club, then... What was... Oh my god, I can't... Oh, I know who I'm thinking about. I don't remember her name. Oh my god, but like she had this like whole thing between herself and no, was it between herself? No, am I mixing up the thing between that one dude and the fencing club? Or no. Okay, I'm forgetting. Okay, so it is just the butler here, but someone that plays the piano here. It's been a month since the master and milady set off now. I wonder how they're faring. I admit I'm not very confident in my babysitting abilities, but we're lucky to have a home tutor coming to watch over the children. I do hope they return soon. The home tutor we hired is apparently the daughter of one of the master's good friends. Not to mention the children have taken quite a liking to her. She's even proficient at the piano. Truthfully, having her around in their absence is quite the relief. I do wish I could introduce you to her, but I regret to tell you that she's out at the moment. Ooh. I know for sure it was like it was a year 1, year 2 student, or sorry, a class 1, class 2 student. I don't know. We might as well take a look here. According to Colette, Jusis should be in there right now, but it's far too dangerous to approach the premises. I'm afraid they would restrain us immediately if they find out we're here. Class 7 is likely much higher on the wanted list than the other students from Thor's. And remember our field study, Rean? The Provincial Army's guardhouse is here, so it'd be best if we avoided this area. Let's get out of here before they catch us. Oh. Alright, this is gonna be one of those things where we exit here and then we'll transition to the cutscene.